I can be on here because the live stream hasn't started yet, mate. Kashi, you're live. Shut the door. Okay, welcome to Normski TV, Transfer Daily Live. Yeah, come to you a bit earlier than expected. Normally my transfers dailies are normally done in the evening, so today I'm off for Saturday. Big game today, Arsenal v Sheffield United. Just want to talk about that before we talk about the two subjects that seems to be dominating the headlines, or the rumours that are dominating the headlines. Just going with this Sheffield United game, it is a massive game. We need the 3 points because when you think about you need the 3 points. I mean, when you think about what's going to be taking place. It's going to be one of those. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna. I know I said that we're gonna win this 2-0. I'm just listening to some of the other guys on other YouTube channels and just some of the predicted scores, and even Mark Lawrence was saying, "Oh, Sheffield United are gonna come there and beat us 2-1." But you know what? Now listen, cut the negative. I'm going 2-0. I'm going to still stick with my prediction 2-0. We just really need to come at them today. It's absolutely important that we come at them today, because we absolutely need that 3 points, and we need to be staying in the hunt to try and get that top 4. And the reason why I'm saying that is because with all these transfer rumours and players that we want, or decent players that we want, if we want to attract decent players, then we've got to make sure that we either end up in the top 4, or we go down the route of trying to win the Europa Cup or the Europa League. And it's at the moment it's quietly it's poised it's quite balanced right now at the moment. I think we just need to just go for it today. Lacazette, come on, get your shooting boots on. Pepe, Martinelli, please do something in the absence of Aubameyang. But moving away from that, now we're going to talk about a player I spoke about yesterday, and that's Lavin Kurzawa. Now it's coming out that he's agreed to sign a deal with Arsenal and come to us in the summer. Now, just reading here that he's out of contract at the end of the season, so it's looking like he will come to us on a free transfer in the summer. So that seems to be making up a lot of the news headlines. Not only that, what's happening is that with what's the name, Kolasinac and Tierney, with Kolasinac and Tierney, they are sort of at the moment still sidelining, and it looks like obviously today we could well go with Saka in that left back position, but it seems as if this guy Lavin Kurzawa is going to come to us in the summer. There was talk about purchasing him for about 6 million and bringing him in the January transfer now, but it seems as if they're going to go with him coming to us in the summer. So we'll just have to watch and see. 5-year deal. Wow, what is he? 27. He's got his injury problems. By the time if my maths is right, by the time he'll be 32. Can Arteta make him a better player? I know when he was at Monaco, he did quite well for them. He has got 13 caps with France, but he hasn't seemed to pushed on. When he first came to PSG, he was kind of like lighting up the place, but it seems as if he's sort of kind of died down now, and that could be because of the injuries that he's been picking up. Especially, he's got this back problem. So at the moment, we'll just wait and see what happens. But listen, we'll see how that rolls come the summer, and we'll take it from there. But let's move on to Guimaraes. Now, with Guimaraes, I believe that what's his name? Edu is in talks with his representatives. Apparently, they're in London, and that's according to rumours. They're in London, and that he's going to be having a talk with their representatives about bringing him in the January transfer. He's valued at around 20. Paradis, Atletico Paradis sort of valued him at around 21 to 25 million. He's a defensive midfielder, and with Lucas Torreira at the moment, I'm hoping he plays today. He might well be another backup for Lucas Torreira. I don't see Guendouzi as a defensive. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. But it seems as if this Brazilian player seems to be well thought of, and with Edu having his Brazilian connections, may have actually scouted him and looked at him a lot. So in Edu we trust. I mean, he brought Martinelli over, and look what Martinelli's doing. So it's saying that it's 21 to 25 million. I believe Benfica put in a bid for him, but that was rejected. And I don't know if this is something that's been also heard about David Ornstein saying that it's media driven and that it's just about them trying to drive up the price so that Benfica can probably put in a bigger offer. But it seems as if Edu is, I say, back in speaking with these guys in London. So we'll see what happens concerning that. It's good if we have got a decent defense. If he looks quite big and quite strong. I haven't seen much of him play, so I can't really give you a detailed study of him. But just to say that he's Brazilian, and Edu's obviously scouted him. He's 22, so he's quite young. And there's also some media tweet that he posted on his Twitter feed, and a lot of us are getting a little bit excited about it. To say that some have interpreted it as him coming to Arsenal, and he's put up these 3 Brazilian flags, but some are saying it's just because he's going to be called up to the under 23 Brazilian side. So we'll never know. I mean, makes sense. 3 Brazilian players. At the moment, you've got Martinelli and you've got David Luiz. So we make up the 3rd one. Let's watch this space. But the central defence, though, is still a concern. And I said yesterday in my talk that Mustafi is still not gone to has not left the club. He's at the moment, I've been putting some stuff out on the old Arsenal media, just basically talking about how he deals with the pressures of football and the mistakes that sometimes he makes and how he sort of recovers from that. And there's talk about Arteta giving him a lifeline, and for them to kind of put it out at this particular time seems to just suggest that he could possibly be staying, which would mean then we would have 4 defenders, which would be Mustafi, Holding, who's coming back from a long-term injury, obviously Socrates and David Luiz. So whether we're going to get a central defender in this window, at the moment everything seems to be really quiet on that front, and it seems as if we're more concentrating on a defensive midfielder, and also with the left back situation, with the guy Leva coming to us, Kurzawa, coming to us, Kurzawa coming to us possibly in the summer, the left back, it means then that we will probably be looking to maybe splash the money, big money in the summer on a defender like the likes of Upamecano, or even maybe Nathan Ake, who's valued at, well, we value him at 40, well, I'll not say us value him at 40 mil. I know Chelsea had this release clause at 40 mil. So, yeah, there's some pondering to do. But it seems, I think, that, we're going to look like we're going to stay and with these four defenders of Mustafi, Socrates, David Luiz and Holding. And we'll just have to just wait and see what happens come the summer. But look, we've got a big game today. I'm hoping to try and do a live watch along if we sort out the technical issues. If it happens, it happens. If not, look, guys, enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And hopefully we'll be drinking champagne at the end of the day with a 2-0 win. Come on, the Arsenal. Listen up, I'm out of here. Take care.